search means you being searched up, means you being, of course, involved, means you at least getting from where you are to the next level. We do have an interesting conversation today. All I can say is you, obviously, to stick around and enjoy. And aside from that, I have a powerful team right with me, and of course, you are going to enjoy. Just to my nearest, I do have Mr. Sambaombe. He is an award-winning, of course, person, I should say, the Bank of Zambia award-winning and many other awards right on the African continent. Mr. Jones, welcome.
Thank you so much. I love the introduction. Thank you for your kind words. Just ringing how I wish I can be saying that every morning I wake up with a lot of energy. I'm so excited to be part of this podcast. Thank you.
Interesting indeed, and of course to just make mention, if you have not visited the United States of America, then we should be talking to the right person. You know, doctorate just doesn't come easy. There is a lot of hard work. I'm talking about Dr. of course, Maureen Nenechi. She's a powerful, of course, speaker, powerful leader in terms of business. You are welcome.
Thank you so much, Moses. I'm super excited to be part of this platform, and I'm looking forward to fruitful conversations.
Yes, indeed. And of course, fruitful conversations means today we'll be looking at leadership and mastering financial basics. Trust me, this is a very complex and, of course, little in talk, but deep, especially when it comes down to us. This is what we have. And, of course, this is where a born contention is. Financial expert, leadership expert, financial expert as well. Let me start with you. We're talking about leadership and mastering financial basics. What is this? What does it, of course, give us? What should someone learn out of this?
Wow, awesome. So I'll tell you something, Moses. When we talk about leadership is so fundamental in our society, hey? And I would love to just share a quote that I love so much by my mentor, Dr. John Maxwell. So he says, everything rises and falls on leadership. Everything rises and falls on leadership. That's so deep, right?
Yeah, very deep.
Meaning that you cannot have a sound financial posture or position if you are missing it in leadership. And the question is, what is leadership? And again, I would love to ride on what John Maxwell, the definition that he espouses, right? Which is the definition, which is leadership is simply influence. Now, what is influence, one would ask? So for me, I would love to just perhaps even expand it further to say that when we talk about influence, we are saying having the ability to inspire and influence action. If you are inspiring action, then you are a leader. Okay, so inspiring action can be done at different levels. You can do it at individual level. You can do it even at corporate level, at global level. But you must inspire action. But the action should have a positive impact. It shouldn't just be action, because you know what? you can engage in an action that is destructive. No, here we are talking about constructive action, something that has got a positive impact. So what is the relationship then with finance? Now let me just maybe try to break it down further. Let me break down leadership further, right? So for me, my own understanding of leadership really is providing solutions that have a positive impact on individuals as well as on societies.
Wow.
And for you to be able to provide a solution, it means that you have seen a gap. Okay? Gaps are always there. But for you to provide a solution, you first of all must understand what the gap is, or what you want to do. What is the what and what is the gap? So when it comes to financial literacy, or should I call it financial resilience? I don't like to call it financial literacy. I'd rather we stick with building financial resilience for individuals as well as for societies. How do you now engage or weave in the leadership thread so that you can be able to build the fabric of financial resilience? You need to know what you want. So that now, when you know what you want, you'll be able to provide the solution. Remember I said leadership is about providing solutions. It's about inspiring yourself to provide solutions. I think let me end it there for now.
Wow, interesting. I know Mr. Sambaombe is nodding. I know he's really sitting well in terms of the finances themselves. If you want anyone around to give you that perfect advice, then we are talking about Mr. Sambaombe, award-winning leadership and mastering financial basics themselves. We have had these conversations in most of the times. Financial basics and leadership. What do you make of this?
There is a connection between leadership and finances. Like the quote from Doc, where she quoted John Marx, so everything falls and rises on leadership. So be it in finances, be it in spirituality, be it in social life, there is always a leadership because it is embedded in everything that we do. You know, growing up in Kasama, in a family of 5 boys, I remember my mother always screamed. I was the second born, but she could always tell me, John's my leader. What do you mean I'm a leader when there are people other than me? I used to ask that question. Back, even in grade 1, when I was chosen a class monitor, there were people who were bullying me bigger than me. But the teacher said, we are choosing you as a class monitor because you are a leader. I was not so much confident because I thought that leadership, you need to be a Goliath. To be big to lead. It's influence. As long as you can lead by example, as long as you can inspire others, you can influence others, then you can lead. But the main point I want to put across here is you can't lead others if you can't lead yourself. It's not just leading others. What about your life? You don't need to wait for your position in an organization to become a leader. First, you have a life that you must lead. Lead your life so that others now get inspired. Now let me connect it to the finances. Finances, you can't master. Rather, you can't take control of your finances before you master them. So you master them and then lead the finances to a place where you want to get the desired results. What I mean is, you know, it's you to control the money, not the money to control you. You must make money behave in a certain way. That's why now we bring in the issue of financial literacy, which is a weapon that is used to ensure that you take charge of your financial future. It is a difference between slavery and freedom in a modern world.
Did you just say slavery?
Slavery and freedom.
Powerful.
Exactly. So that's the weapon that you use to differentiate. Exactly. Because the slavery of nowadays, you're talking about debt, you're talking about stress, financial stress, you're talking about divorce cases that we're witnessing at the moment. So get the leadership role in finances, and then you master the finances so that you achieve those financial goals that you are setting up.
Interesting, and of course, if you are just joining in, it is Transformational Surge, powered by TWC as well as JSK Wealth Hub. I do have Mr. Sambaombe and of course Dr. Maureen Nenechi, powerful people. Just the conversations themselves will trigger you, and of course you would sit down and start thinking, reflecting in many other areas, especially if you're in business or if you are working, you are growing, you are of course tending to be different. Say something interesting. Slavery is a word that I picked, and that's really a word that brings a lot of conversation, Doc. Leadership in itself. And he said something concerning if you cannot take care of your finances, or if you cannot take care of, or you can lead yourself, then how are you going to lead others? Yeah, very powerful indeed. What is that thing, especially for a growing leader, that they need to develop henceforth, especially after hearing such, of course, conversation?
Okay, I love that question. So I'll tell you one thing. In leadership, having given the definition of what leadership is, I think I touched on influence. I also touched on provision of solutions which have got a positive impact to personal development and even societal development, or even nation, right? So what is what are the threads that are weaved within the leadership fabric itself? One of them is vision.
Wow.
What do you see? And when we talk about vision, you should be able to know. You should have an ambition. You should be able to have an aspiration. Where do you see yourself in life as a person? Because if you don't know what you want, other people will define it for you, and that's where the slavery comes in. If you are not going to define or decide what you want, the world out there will decide it for you, and you become a slave. So when we talk about leadership, we are saying you taking charge. Take charge of yourself. Take charge of everything around you, your dreams. Take charge of them. Your goals, take charge of them. Your spirituality, your finances, every element of your life. You need to take charge of it by having a vision. Because a vision now is the one that will give you restraint. It's the one that will create discipline. When I say to give you restraint, means that it will restrain you from engaging in those things that are destructive to you. You won't be involved in dates because date is destructive to you. You get?
What is that? Are you saying things are done with somehow a degree of lack of understanding?
Yes, definitely. And I just want to pick one important thing that Jones spoke to. He said financial literacy is very important. Now, you understand that in today's world, knowledge is the biggest currency. Okay. So when you talk about literacy, you're talking about information, having the right information that can help you. You cannot be a good leader if you don't have information. Let me just briefly perhaps share some of the traits of a good leader. One of them, I call them the 3 C's, right? So you have competency, courage, and commitment. So under competency, it's about the knowledge. Yes, you have a vision, but you need to know how to articulate the vision, how to bring the vision to fruition. How do I implement this vision so that it can become what I want it to be? Because vision is where you see yourself. Now, how do I get there? You need to know. You need to acquire information. So when we bring it to finance, you need to understand what money is. How do I make money? I just want to, I love to quote the Bible, by the way. So I want to go biblical here, to get a principle from the Bible, which is very powerful. It's found in Genesis 1, I think from verse 26 there, 26, 27, 28, which says, let us make man in our image, right? Then in our likeness. But then there's a part where God now gives the mandate to mankind and say, he gave them dominion over the earth, right? And he commanded them to be fruitful, to multiply, to replenish the earth. To multiply, to replenish. To replenish is to fill. So you need to be fruitful. While you are having dominion here, in whatever you do, even as you are pursuing to actualize your vision, you need to be fruitful. Fruitfulness means you should be able to see the vision into reality. You get? You understand what I mean?
Yes.
So even when we talk about the money, we are saying you should increase and multiply.
Wow.
Then fuel, please, fuel.
Hold it though.
I'm holding.
Yeah. Mr. Jones is nodding and is agreeing to what you're saying. Hooks or by any other means. Doc here said something interesting, Mr. Jones. I'm picturing money. Let me just be specific. Money, especially when we talk about in young leaders and overall those young entrepreneurs, business people. How do we look at money? She said something interesting. How do we just look at money in this way?
The world has changed, and I love the dynamics at the moment. Wherever you go, people talk about money.
Yes.
Even in churches right now, you see the preacher preaching. Church, we need this to make this target, but we need money.
Isn't it to multiply?
Of course.
It's your say to multiply.
Of course. So it shouldn't just end at that offering. We have seen the churches diversifying now.
Okay.
Offering is not enough. So what must do with this offering? We must diversify.
Yeah.
So that we multiply the money. That's why there's a difference between savings and investment. Savings is you're putting money in the drawer and then you fold your hands. Okay? But investing is you are creating wealth on a mission so that the money is multiplied.
But are you saying there is saving on a mission and saving in a drawer?
Saving and investing.
Saving and investing.
Yes.
Okay.
So saving is putting the money in the drawer and then you fold your arms.
Okay.
You even feel safe that, okay, there is money that I've put in the drawer. Meanwhile, inflation is hammering your money. Okay?
Yeah.
Then investing is you are putting money to work for you. Saving will provide the safety. Investing will provide you interest so that the money is multiplied.
Yeah.
Now, this is the generation that we have at the moment, and it is very interesting. Yes, they are tech savvy, but when it comes to money issues, not the odds are victims only, but even them generations, I have seen it.
Yeah.
We love looking rich than being rich. What's the difference?
Wow.
Quite all right, Moses. You see that I'm wearing a shoe here.
Yes.
And you've seen that there
Very
are
nice
tokens.
shoe.
Even dog can see that. These are nice tokens.
Very nice shoe, very nice dog.
But how do you know if my tokens are torn? It'll be very difficult for you. You just say, oh, Jones looks very rich. That's the difference. Now, we are living for applauses, for likes, than cultivating the real wealth.
Yes.
As long as I seek validation, they say that, oh, Mr. Moses, we saw you on social media, you're looking rich, it's fine. Even if you haven't eaten breakfast, as long as on social media we show it, that's not real wealth. Real wealth, you must be investing in assets, generating income, rather, income generating assets. Like real estate, government bonds, you go to unit trusts.
Yes.
You got business. That's why, to Doc's point, when she said the main currency at the moment is knowledge.
Yes.
We've seen it. If the father or mother passes on, they don't pass on the knowledge to the kids. They just pass on the property. Beautiful houses.
Yes.
The kids of nowadays, they are going to sell that property for a Benz or an iPhone. But if there is a transfer of knowledge from the father or mother that this is how wealth is made, they will continue learning and multiplying the wealth.
Wow.
That's the difference. That's why I keep saying, you are not broke just because you like money, you are broke because you don't have the money mindset.
Wow. Interesting. And of course, we can go on and on trying to digest, of course, leadership and mastering financial basics themselves. Time not the best friend though, but hey, before we just wrap it up, let me just get the last thoughts concerning leadership and mastering the financial basics themselves. We need them each and every time. I'll start with you, Doc. How do we just enhance from where we are and master around leadership and mastering the basics themselves? The very basic conversation, obviously, in terms of finances. Like you mentioned, the 3 C's, I'm picking on that. Very important, very important, very basic. And if someone was trying to look for answers, I don't think they can easily find them, but they're very easy answers like you. We are learning a lot. How do you close in terms of conversation today?
Okay, so what I can say to the people out there is that personal leadership is a fundamental and critical element that one should embrace, as it provides the foundation for every other thing that you want to build on. So including the finances that we're talking about today.
Yes.
If you don't know what you want, the world will take you for a ride, for applause out there. It's a psychological thing. The people that are doing that are masterminding that. They are making money out of you. Say, people spend time on social media. Meta is making money.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? They are making money. So you need to take charge of your life by applying self-leadership and taking charge of your finances. Have a vision. Acquire the knowledge that will help you to attain your vision. Courage. Be courageous. It's not easy in the world that we are living in. Like you want to chase clout for you to remain committed to your vision. 3, stay committed to your vision. What is your vision? What is it that you want? Because money is not an end in itself. I must mention that in closing. Money is a means to an end. What is your end? Your end is vision.
Wow, very powerful.
That's what your end is. It's vision. So money is a means to an end. It's not an end in itself. Let's treat it as such. What is important? Have a vision for your life.
Wow, interesting. And coming to you, Mr. Sambaombe, how do we just sum it up, especially in the close of this conversation? It's been really, really good and insightful together. Leadership and mastering the financial basics.
I need to add Doc on my list of financial advisors. I've got financial advisors too. Just like a doctor has doctors.
Yes.
Even me, I get advice.
Yes.
And there's a book I was reading this morning before I came here. It was recommended by my financial advisor. It's a very good read. There's an author called Foster. Okay. She's written a manual book titled Money Manual. Very good read. It's for young professionals, those who are just starting out their careers. It breaks down on how you can read the payslip, understand the dates.
Yes.
It's awesome. It was launched in May this year. I'm yet to finish it. I've just done half of it, but it is awesome. I can't recommend it more. Coming back to your question, it is very interesting, in our times. Really, we must always differentiate wealth from riches.
Exactly.
Okay.
There must be goals, life goals, and financial goals.
Yes.
And these must be influenced by leadership. Life goals is having a plan to build a school in your village.
Yeah.
That's a life goal that you're setting. A financial goal is, it's your how. How are you going to build that school in a village?
Yeah.
So life goal, it's a why, a purpose.
Yes.
Exactly. So you are going to build that school in your village. For instance, you can set a target of saving 2,000 kwacha per month.
Wow.
That's your how. So the how and the why, they move in tandem.
Yes.
Just write them down. It doesn't matter. Write down your life goals and your financial goals. If you are preparing to retire at the age of 65, investing must not start when you reach 65 years. Have you seen?
Yes.
There must be a leadership role between your age and the 65 that you aspire to reach.
Wow. Yeah.
If there's no leadership there, you can't reach there.
Yeah.
Because at 65, the needs will be very different. You need medical insurance. You need a car to be driven in.
Yes.
The life will change. So, and there is no retirement. I must emphasize this point. You don't retire from work. You only retire from dependence.
Come on.
So Sambaombe, you're provoking my mind. You're provoking my mind.
Because if you understand that, if you've been depending on that income from a salary or income from business profits,
Yes.
at some point it will be hammered because of the dynamics in life. It's always ups and downs. So now you must re-engineer, you reverse and engineer your 65 at the age of 30.
Yes.
Always look at yourself at the age of 65.
Yes.
And then in that way, you know what to do and you know what you're not supposed to do.
Wow.
You know the needs and you know the wants. You know the difference between buying a 90-inch plasma TV and buying a tractor.
Come on.
Wow.
That's the mentality, that's the mindset. As you are doing that, you're now building generational wealth. Such that the way I'm living right now, I must be having conversations about money with my children and my family.
Yes.
Money talks at homes. I am passing on the knowledge.
Yeah.
Even if I'm not around, they will be able to run the businesses.
Yes.
They will be able to take care of their jobs because they understand money.
Yes. Powerful, powerful, powerful. Hey, you always obviously get the best right on Transformational Surge, right? A platform, I should say, that gives you nothing but all the best and great conversations themselves, relatable to daily things that we might obviously come across or even think about. Transformational Surge, powered by TWC, that's Salachworth Consultancy and JSK Wealth Hub. Nothing less. You ask the questions, where the money? My question, are you the money by the end of the day? Do make a date with another exciting, of course, conversation that will be coming through, and every time we'll be giving you something to think about and, of course, talk about. Digesting is the motivation to transformation, and you get it right on Transformational Surge. I've been Moses Mpundu alongside Dr. Maureen Nenechi and, of course, Mr. Jones Sambaombe. Do make a date.